going live for y'all, man. Body Talk Sports. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just a capper, man, who love the sports. Let me give y'all a rundown about me, man. I'm a person who loves sports betting. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Would eventually move into something a little bit more. You dig what I'm saying? Put my head back. Move it to something a little bit more. You know what I mean? But it's my side hustle. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it live. I come from the streets, you heard? And I did like 13 years, 340 days in the feds, you know what I mean? Because somebody couldn't hold their own. And I come home and I see how the world is, you dig? I kind of got into sports betting inside the feds, you know what I mean? I can't say I fine-tuned the craft or nothing like that while I was in there, but I got into it while I was in there, you dig? And I come home, I see the world. Not finna say my mind was on getting back out into the streets, but I'm a realist, you know what I mean? I'm gonna chase this money, man, some way, somehow. You dig what I'm saying? And seeing what that is out there, nah, I'm cool, you dig? I ain't going back out there. So I'm a 9 to 5 cat right now, you see what I'm saying? Looking to divulge further in real estate, get this thing over with, you know what I mean? And get off in there. You see what I'm saying? But what I ain't finna do is go back to the streets and play with the streets. You understand me? Because I've seen a lot, heard a lot, and witnessed a lot when it come to that. So, side hustle to get some money, it's sports betting thing. It's something that I'm into. It's something that I'm interested in. And when I came home, I see a lot of cappers out there, mind you. I'd have spent some money on some cappers. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? And I follow a lot of them. And I always see the first thing they do is they tell you about what they little promotions and things they got going on. And I'm like, man, and they run down all these analytics. And of course, I was a crash dummy when I first touched down. You know what I'm saying, I'm like, okay, these people been doing this for a minute. So let me go through a few little picks here, a few little picks from here, take their demonstration and put it together in a sandwich and see what I could do. But then I started to also do my own research and was like, man, hey, I may not have been in this thing as long as them, but shit, I can do this thing too, man. You know what I mean? I'm jagging off my bread, you understand me? Messing with these cats, and I'm losing my goddamn money, man. You know what I mean? And when I do my own little search, I'm like, okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm starting to see some things, you know what I'm saying? Especially around tournament time, playoff time, starting to see a little thing. You know what I'm saying? Super Bowl hit for like $17 on something, you know what I mean? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, man. Why the fuck am I spending all my time doing, listening to these cats when I could motherfucking be doing the research myself? You know what I'm saying? I ain't the greatest in the world, but goddamn it, I bet, you know what I'm saying? I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? Help pay the bills. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, you know what? Let me fall back from that for a minute to do my own little research. I'm going to say this, though. You know what I'm saying? Full disclosure, real talk. There will be days that I won't be on here. For those who done got me up to where I could do live, I appreciate y'all truly, deeply. You know what I'm saying? All my picks, I ain't guaranteed to hit all motherfucking time. I ain't finna sit here and tell you I'm hitting at 80%, I'm hitting at 90%, or like this one Vic, I ain't gonna say his name. Every time you pop on his page, we on a 5-day winning streak. But now I mind you, I paid for this Vic shit for like 2 years. I'm like, Joe, you don't never come on here and tell motherfuckers about your losing. You always telling motherfuckers about your winning. Man, knock it off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like every pick you putting out there, my what the fuck is the name of that shit? The dog of the day plays, the best bets and all this lock. Listen, anybody tell you they got a lock in sports betting, run the fucking other way because they lying. Ain't no such thing as a fucking lock. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why they call this shit gambling. Now there is a such thing, truthfully, there is a such thing as making a wise bet. You understand me? But I'm going to tell you this off the rip from what I really paid attention to. Wherever the public is at, this is how Vegas get the money. This is how these big handicappers, what they call them, the sharps. This is how the sharps get their money. And this is why they able to play with the bucks that they play with. Because wherever the public at, they go the opposite motherfucking way. I learned this a long time in the casino where everybody on a dice game, where everybody putting their money at on that boat or casino, whatever you going to, that's the public money. Fade that shit. It don't work all the time, but I'm probably say somewhere between 6 to 7 to 8 times out of 10. Yeah, that shit coming through. That's why them people playing with the money in the public out here fucked up. You got dudes losing their rent money, their car note money, you know what I'm saying? They bro about to put them out the whole nine, you know what I mean? But man, listen, this podcast, well, not podcast, whatever the hell they call this shit, listen, I'm still learning how this free world work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna never lie to y'all and act like I ain't institutionalized. I am raw, real, uncut, uncensored, no fucking filter, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say about what I may say out my mouth. I really don't give a fuck. You understand me? Because one thing I am, I am highly embedded in giving out respect. But at the same time, I ain't finna have no cut card with not a damn motherfucker. You understand me? So my shit may be unfiltered. This is why a lot of my people don't even really come and fucking around me. They want me around because I'm a jokester, you know what I mean? But they don't really like to be around me because you can't ask me no question and think you not gonna get what you want to hear. Now, if the answer is what you want to hear and it's the truth, I got you. But if it ain't, man, shit, don't ask me because I'm giving you the uncut motherfucker raw. You understand me? And I got another YouTube page. I should have put that in the description. I'll type that in the description if I can because I'm still learning. This is my first live ever on YouTube. So I don't even know how this shit work. I'm just trying to figure this shit out as I go. You know what I mean? But I got another one. If you like to hear real world, uncut truth, I'm not a politician, not a political motherfucker. Fuck the politics, fuck the politicians. I don't get into religions. I'm spiritual. Fuck religion. And I said what I said and I meant what I said. You understand me? And all the rest of that shit, fuck all them religions. That shit bullshit, that shit for the devil. I don't get into all that. But if you like to hear real shit about what's happening in the world, check out my other page. Because that is unfucking filtered. You see what I'm saying? And my name is Professor Phil. Fuck your feelings. Professor P-Y-F. F-Y-F. Professor F-Y-F. Professor Phil. Fuck your feelings. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. You understand me? It may be my truth, but it's how I'm seeing the world. And if a motherfucker prove me wrong, I could take that. But if not, but let's get back to this here. So, on my page right here, on my channel rather, when I'm able to give you the picks, I'm going to give you the picks. Now, mind you, I'm doing this shit for the free. I ain't coming on here giving out no promotions. I ain't got no motherfucking marketing brand going behind me. No Vig, Bet Rivers, Circa, all these motherfucking, nobody's behind me. It's me by the motherfucking dolo. You understand what I'm saying? And I work. I got other shit that I'm doing. I got other shit that I'm studying. And I got people that I got to take care of. So I'm out for the money. Hands down. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm out for the bread. But I'm trying to get it out these big institutions versus out of your people's pockets. So when I give out the picks, you know what I'm saying? Understand. That's why I put it in the comments. It's my looks, my leans, and my likes. You understand me? You could either run with it or run from it. It makes me no bit of difference. My only purpose is I want to see the people get money. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't selfish. I don't want all the money to my motherfucking self. I want to see the people get money because I'm trying to feed my peoples. I'm trying to be able to look out for my peoples. This is why I do what I do. But I'm giving this shit out for the free because, you know what I'm saying, you got to give unto others to catch a blessing. You know what I mean? So maybe I might put something out there. Motherfucker might crack for a few thousand. You know what I'm saying? Be able to do something for their people. You know what I mean? Now, if a motherfucker hit my line later on down the line, like, hey, your picks did this for me, you know what I'm saying? I want to send you something. I'm cool with that. But no, I ain't asking for it. But I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But I just want to give y'all a rundown of me. This is the first live, so I'm just giving y'all a rundown of me, how I am, how I draw, how I move, you know what I mean? And I'm going to give y'all some plays, you know what I mean? Once again, I'm not guaranteeing none of this shit. It's just my looks, leans, and likes. But I have to say this, because a lot of people, I see them in comments on other people's channels. If I tell you it's a parlay, it's a parlay. And for those who trying to get into sports book betting and don't know what it is, a parlay is when you put two or more picks together on the same ticket. So say like today, say like you like New England and you also like Seattle and you want to put those together, but then you move over to the basketball and say you like Detroit, but you also like who else playing today? Let me look at something real quick, y'all. And college basketball. So you like Wisconsin. So you want to put all four of them together on one ticket to try to boost your odds and get some money. That's a parlay. Those are called legs. That's called a parlay. The more legs in a parlay, the more the odds go up. So let me break down to those who don't understand what odds are. Anything that had any number that has a minus or a negative sign in front of it, let's just say, goddamn in New England, they're minus like -4. I mean, they mean they favorite. So the person that's minus is the favorite. The person that's plus is the dog. But I think New England, the last time I looked on the books, it was -4 at somewhere around -125. So let's just say I'm free reckoning the numbers because I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. But let's just say that's what it is right there. So that means one, New England has to win by at least 5 points or better in the game, which if you know football, you know by 5 points is very rare that that's going to happen. So it's either going to be 3, 6, 7 or more, or neither here nor there. But just so you understand. But as far as the money go, so say like that odds is -125. That means you would have to put down $125 to win 100. So whatever you see that minus number is, -100, -115, -135. Of course, the greater it goes, the higher it goes, the more money you got to put down. But that's also if you playing them as single bets, the less money you're going to make versus what you're actually paying. So let me see what some shit I seen. Who was that? I think it was either Detroit and NBA today. It was either Detroit or the Clippers game or San Antonio. One of them, I forgot which one it is, on the money line. Now, mind you, this on the money line. You know what I mean? I think their odds was like -600. So that means you would have to put down $600 just to win 100 if you like that team to win. Now that shit gets different when you start doing parlays because all them big numbers will still shrink down the odds. And eventually you might cross over into some plus money. Now you got people who like to play plus money bets, which like I think Golden State to win versus Minnesota is like +205 or some shit like that. So that's called a dog. Anytime you see a team that's the dog, that mean they plus. So like Denver is +4. That means Denver is a home dog. And let's just say their money line is 175, +175 to win. So that means for every 100 you put down, you win 175. Now people like that type of shit, especially if you say like you a person who heavily believe that Denver's gonna win. You gonna throw the 100 down on Denver, and like I said, I'm free reckoning the numbers right now because I ain't looked in a second. I don't know if it's line movements or what it is, but I'm just free reckoning to try to give you an example of how this shit go. But if Denver is plus the 175, you put the 100 down, Denver win, you win the 175 as well as your 100 back. So you're getting back 275. You know what I mean? But that's just a little brief synopsis of how this whole betting thing goes. Now, when I give out the plays, I try to give them out from anywhere because I don't know what individuals' bankrolls are. My bankroll is different from your bankroll, and your bankroll is going to be different from somebody else. But you always want to do risk management when it comes to your bankroll. But I try to go -200 and less. And what I mean by -200, -200, -195, 190, 175, all the way down to plus money territory. And a lot of times I do that because I'm not tripping on where it's at as far as the odds, if it's the team that I like, or if it's a player prop that I like, or whatever the case may be. But no, like today, I got some player props for y'all, but they're high in the minus territory. But it's the reason why I make it a parlay to bring it down into some plus money territory. You see what I'm saying? But the plays that I give out, I'm gonna let you know they singles. If you choose to put them in a parlay and that shit don't hit, don't come fucking crying to me. Don't get in my comments talking crazy because I told you it was a single. So if you following it and you fucking with it and you decide to do your own shit, cuss another motherfucker out, feel mad at yourself and talk shit to yourself. Don't come talking shit to me because I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm going to say whatever you got to say to me, bitch, meet me in public. We can talk about it face to face. Hear me when I say, I ain't the toughest motherfucker in the world, but I damn sure ain't no pussy or no bitch. So if I ain't talk crazy to you, don't talk crazy to me. You understand me? I'm telling you how I'm doing it. I'm telling you how I should go. Now, if you decide to do something else, that's your fucking problem. This is the first and only time I'm going to say this. After that, I'm going to say, bitch, send me the address. Plain, I don't give a fuck where you at. Bitch, send me the address. You understand me? Because I be seeing people get real slick in these comments. I'm here to try to help motherfuckers get some money. I ain't here to try to go to war with no motherfucking body. But understand what I'm saying. Hey, I be around pussy. I be in pussy, but ain't no pussy in me. You hear me? But that's neither here nor there. So we're going to move along from that issue right there. You know what I mean? So now I don't know how long they giving me on this first live. So let's go ahead and get to these motherfucking picks and plays. But y'all know who I am. D.E.Mortal Deadbodyz. That's my name. But you could just call me Dead Body. You know what I mean? Or Bodies. Body Talk Sports. That's the name of the channel. Body Talk Sports. But my name is D.E.Mortal Deadbody. You know what I mean? But we're going to go and get to these plays. And I got a little joint. This right here is a free record. Mind you, it's a free record. If you ain't got the money to try the shit, don't do it. But whenever I'm feeling it, I'm going to give you out what's called a body, Debo's power shot. Because that's also my name too. You know what I'm saying? Debo's power shot. This is a long joint we playing, but we trying to smack something. It's always going to be a parlay. You know what I'm saying? Unless I just see like that one single that's long as a motherfucker and we going to jump on it from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? To try to get some money. Because you got it. This is just risk. But what we doing here is risk management. You know what I mean? Risk management. Please remember that. But let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Body Talk Sports. So we're going to start off, right? You know what I mean? In the NHL. I got a couple of plays for you right there. That New Jersey game. Oh, let me tell you too. I don't do a lot of analytics, and I'm not going to do a lot of analytics on here. But if I do see trends, I'm going to give them to y'all. Now let's start with this NHL. That New Jersey game. You know what I mean? The New Jersey Devils. And I think they playing the Seattle Krakens. I like that game under 6.5. The Pittsburgh Penguins. I like them on the money line. Let's move to these two NFL games. And that Seattle and Rams game, because I'm a 49er fan, as y'all can see. I'm not gonna give you no pick on that. Also, I play teasers too, just so y'all understand that. Which means I'll get out in another tutorial. We just gonna go and finish this up. But in that New England game, I got two things that I like. One, because it's part of a trend. I like New England. First half money line. Two, I like that first half under. I don't know if yours is at 21.5, 22.5. If you can get a 23.5, I would dive on that. I'm talking about like a fat motherfucker locked in a restaurant and it's a full buffet and they by themselves. I would dive on that joint. You hear me? I'm talking about jump clean on that if you can get that 23.5. But it's probably going to be hard for you to get it, but I definitely would if you could. Even the 22. I'm loving the 22.5, but we taking that under. That's the New England and Denver game. You know what I mean? A little nervous about a 21.5, but shit, I already took it. You know what I mean? So I'm telling y'all, I took it. And I'm not one of these dudes gonna be on capping that ain't playing the shit. Everything I'm telling y'all I'm putting out, you best believe I'm playing that shit. You know what I mean? So let's go to that Rams game. Now this right here, that what I gave you earlier, those were all single plays. This Rams game, what I'm finna give you was a parlay that I put together myself. And it's basically based off uh Njigba and Puka Nakua. I like Jackson Smith and Jigma and Puka Nakua for 6+ receptions each. But we paying that up with both of them over 60 yards receiving. You say family friendly. I put down on this joint. No kids. So here we go with this. Family friendly. So what you got your family watching? You ask respectfully. But I'm not gonna cater my talk for nobody else. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna cater my talk. We here to get some money, and I'm cool if you don't ever watch again. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. You know what I mean? We here to get some money, and I'm not gonna censor my words for nobody. You know what I mean? Because I didn't ask you to come on here. But back to what I was saying, man. Jackson Smith and Jigma, 6+ receptions. Puka Nakua, 6+ receptions. And each one of those players to also record 60+ yards receiving. That's a parlay. Jackson Smith and Jiggle, 6+ reception and 60+ yards receiving, and Puka, 6+ receptions, 60+ yards receiving. Now I'm finna take y'all to the Denver game. Here's another parlay. Here's another player prop parlay. Mims Jr., 3+ receptions. Stephon Diggs, 4+ receptions. Cortland Sutton, 4+ receptions. Now, and also Keyshawn Bote, or however you say his name, 2+ receptions. Now that parlay right there, depending on what your book is, mine, that's a plus 500 parlay. So as I was telling people earlier about the thing, so $100 on that parlay will get you 500. So you'll get 600 back. But that's kind of plus money parlays I like to look into. But I'm going to say this. Yeah, that's the parlay. I separated those for a reason. Do not put them together, the Seattle game with the Denver game. I didn't give it to you like that, so don't put it together like that. I gave it to you separate for a reason. But those are the parlays. But let's jump back into the singles. Now, that Patriots money line and that under, those were single bets. Mind you, I told you those were single bets. But let's get back to this NBA, because I think, you know what? I didn't even write it down. I had an NBA parlay for y'all, but I didn't write it down. That's my bad. And as far as the NBA, the only thing I really like in that, if it's going to get played, because they didn't cover on them so many times, I like New Orleans plus that money. I like New Orleans plus 12.5. But me, like I told y'all, I play teasers. So the books got the line at, matter of fact, they got New Orleans plus 12. Some books got it at 12.5. Me, I'm going to tease it up some more. I'm taking New Orleans plus 14.5. Even though I like them to cover the 12, I always like to give myself just a little bit of insurance. So I'm going to take New Orleans plus 14.5. Now, I gave you the hockey. We're going to go on and end this joint with the Debo's power play shot. And it's a hockey mixed with NFL. I couldn't give y'all the Florida Atlantic. And once I hop off there, I got to see, because I already bet that, but I don't know how that went. You know what I mean? I debated on whether I was going to do this live or not, but I decided to go and get it out the way. But let's go and get this power shot over with. 3 hockey, 1 NFL, which I already gave y'all the 1 NFL. But this is Debo's power shot. This is a long shot parlay. New Jersey money line. Anaheim Ducks money line. Chicago Blackhawks money line. And we're going to put it with that New England first half money line. That's Debo's power shots. I think I only get 25 minutes for this first joint. I don't know, but right now I got some more gambling and research I'm finna do because I really got to dive deep into the NBA. This is Body Talk Sports. I appreciate all y'all that tapped in. Appreciate all y'all that comment. I appreciate if y'all go to the page, subscribe, like, and listen. Whoever that person was, Linda Clements, I appreciate you respectfully asking for the family friendly. I put no kids on my demonstration because I know how my vernacular is. Yes, I can speak eloquently if I want to, but this is not that, and I'm not doing this for that. This is me in my space being free to talk to the people, to try to help the people get some money. So once again, I thank you for respectfully me asking that, but I am respectfully requesting that you and whoever else you have watching don't watch. Because you asking me to censor myself. So you asking me to be less than who I am to appease you. I didn't come ask you to do that. I'm just trying to help some people get some money. Body Talk Sports. Peace.